Welcome back to After Effects Essentials.
And in this tutorial I'm going to show you guys how to create a very simple character lip syncing rig in After Effects. So first of all, I've got this PNG file of my character, and then I've got 7 different mouths, also PNG files with a alpha channel, as you can see there. So I've created this comp, which is just a 5-second HD comp, and I'm going to bring in my character, and then I'm going to bring in all these different mouths. Okay, I'm just going to put it above my character and then just move it into place and scale it if needed. Okay, next you want to create a slider control on your character. So I'm going to right click on my character layer, go to effect, go to expression controls and click on slider control. Alright, and then you want to right click on that slider, click on edit values, and because we have 7 mouths, I'm going to set the range from 0 to 7. It's actually giving us a range of 8, which is fine. We're going to use 1 if for some reason we don't want to show one of these mouths. Okay, click on OK, and then I want to expand this character, expand effects, and until we can see the slider, and then let's start with mouth number 1. So I'm going to press T on my keyboard while I've got that layer selected. So I've got opacity, and then I'm going to hold in Alt on the keyboard, click on the stopwatch so that we can see the expression. Alright, and then we're going to use the pick whip, drag that to our slider, and it's going to give us basically that's the value of that slider. And then we're just going to create a quick if statement here. So I'm going to write if space, and then I'm going to open bracket, and I'm going to go to the end of that, and then space, and then double equal sign, and let's say if it's equal to 1, then I'm going to close my bracket, and then I'm going to say the opacity will be 100, and if it's anything else, so just write else and then put 0. So that basically means if this slider is set to 1, the opacity of that layer will be 100. If the slider is set to anything else, this opacity will be set to 0. Okay, so let's quickly test that. I'm going to hide all these other mouths, and then I'm going to set my slider to 1, and you'll see that we have that mouth. If I set it to something like 2, that mouth will disappear. Okay, I'm going to set this back to 0 for now, and then I'm just going to copy this expression. So just highlight it and copy it, and then I'm going to do the same to all the other layers. Let me just unhide all these layers. So second mouth, press T for opacity, hold in Alt, click on the stopwatch and just paste that. And then basically you want to set this to, if the slider is has got a value of 2, you want to do the same. And let's go to number 3, press T, Alt, stopwatch, paste that, and let's make this if the slider is set to 3. And as you can see, you will probably get the picture by now. I'm going to expand that one, set this one to 4, and I'm just going to quickly run through all of these. Okay, so I've done all those expressions on the mouths. So what you can do now is you can actually hide all these layers. So to do that is just highlight all the mouths and then click on this shy button, and then click on this button here to just hide all those layers. Now I only have one layer to worry about, and if you set the slider to, let's say, 1, you'll see the first mouth. If you set this to 2 and 3 and so on, and that just makes it really easy to animate between these different mouths. So basically, if you bring in your audio file, or if you bring in a video clip with some audio on it, you can try and match it using these, or just animating the slider. So let's set this to 1, and I'm going to click on the stopwatch. Let me just expand that so we can see those keyframes, and let's go to frame number 5. And what you want to do is you want to set 1 keyframe and then move on 1 keyframe and then change the value, because you wanted to keep mouth number 1 from there to there, and then you want it to change. Okay, and then let's go to that one, set another keyframe, go 1 frame further, and let's set this to maybe 7, and let's go a few frames further, set a keyframe, 1 frame further, let's set that to maybe mouth number 5, and so on. So it's really simple. You can create one more, let's do maybe 2, and if for some reason you want to remove the mouth, you can actually set this to, let's just create one more, and then you can set this value to 0 if for some reason you don't want to show that layer. And there you go. As you can see, it's really simple to create this lip syncing rig.
Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.